she doesn't have a personality or like she's just annoying. I want that to be my wife.
I did tear up watching Life with Derek though for one scene.
People are saying Austin is the next Robert. I'm saying that.
I do think that Justin Bieber has lesbian swag.
Don't look, but Timmy's behind you.
Oh,
Gun one, the drug one, the sex one.
yeah.
Any gay ones? Fangirl Central. I used to be obsessed with Lin-Manuel Miranda in a huge way.
I mean, he went to my college and also my high school.
Oh my God.
So it was just like, and I did like playwriting, like through high school and college, and everyone was just
So
like,
you knew.
I was following in his, or I wouldn't say I was following, I'd say I was in his shadow, kind of wherever I turned.
Were you aware of that?
Which,
when it happened, like, were you aware that he went to your high school and?
Yes, because when when In the Heights came out, I think I was in middle school, and the school I went to started in 7th grade.
Okay.
And
didn't he teach 7th grade somewhere?
He taught at my school, but he wasn't there when I went. But all of his like English teachers were still there. Like the guy who he thanked in his Tony Award speech was like a teacher I had classes with.
That's crazy.
And
That's
so
really crazy.
I remember when for class one day, I had a French teacher who was Latino, and he was like, "This is very important that we watch this Tony's award speech instead of doing French." And I was like, "Totally,
Absolutely."
And then Lynn shouts out Dr. Herbert, who was like in the English department, and I was like, "This is crazy." And then this is the last thing: my art teacher was his best friend.
What a day!
So he was always talking about Lynn. I was like, shut up.
That must have been such a day at school.
It was crazy. I mean, it felt like, the present, like a president you wanted to win won.
Yes.
Oh!
Were you into In the Heights?
Yeah.
Did you
loved
see it?
I saw it 3 times. Oh my Jordan God. Sparks. Someone else also did it.
Corbin Blue did it. Yes.
Jordan Sparks did it In the Heights?
Yeah.
Was she original Broadway cast?
No. That was
I saw it 3 times. Saw Hamilton 3 times too.
I love it.
Okay,
I love In the Heights and I love Hamilton.
I was obsessed with In the Heights. Like, and I've met Lynn. I've told the story, but I've met Lynn, and it's crazy because we tracked him down in Washington Heights when we were in town to like tour NYU, and like I will always love that man. Do you remember his Bet on It cover?
Of course.
Okay, of course.
I still haven't watched it since the last time we watched. Yeah, I probably should have watched it.
Oh my God, Amber, you haven't even seen it?
No. But I will.
He's like, I hate him. You know what I mean? Like, you have to. Or it's just like, you know what? I think what I appreciate about you guys from afar is like you genuinely love things.
Yeah, we're not haters.
No, I'm a hater. I'm pissed. I'm upset. And I'm jealous. I'm not jealous of Lynn. Although he was on Curb and I'm jealous of that. But I'm just like, Lynn is so cringe, obviously.
You've been in his shadow.
And also, this is the other connection. My playwriting professor in college, who I took like all my playwriting classes with, wrote the book for In the Heights.
Oh.
So it was just like, I was like, it was constantly like, Lynn.
What's his name? Is his name Tommy?
It's her name. No, Tommy Kail is the director.
Okay, director
of Hamilton. I don't know if he did In the Heights.
He did In the Heights. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I think he also he at least went to Wesley, and he might have gone to my high school.
This is crazy.
This is too much.
We've stumbled upon
I know.
some history.
It's too much. But her name's Kiara Hudis.
Okay, yes.
And
I remember him talking about Kiara.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I do. Because I was so obsessed with him. Like, it was like freshman year.
So you cornered him?
This is crazy.
He tweeted that he was doing a performance at the Morris Jumel Mansion where he famously wrote half of Hamilton or maybe like 90% of it or something.
Yeah.
And like my whole family went, and it was like this little market, and he wasn't even there when we showed up, and I was shaking the whole time. And my dad I spotted him, and I was alone, and I wasn't gonna go up to him alone. And then I went to get the rest of my family.
She came in with huge eyes and was like,
he's here. And my dad was like, well, come on, let's go talk to. And I was like, please no. And I think we waited until after the performance.
No, I don't think so.
I think we did because Daddy was like, that was great.
Oh,
he was
yeah,
like, that
okay.
was amazing.
Okay.
That was fantastic.
We just went and sat down and watched the performance, and then we went up to
Was
him
it
after.
free?
He was free.
Wow.
And
People
he wasn't
used to do
famous.
that.
We were just on trip for Amanda's college tours, and it happened to be happening.
It was in 2013. He was not famous at all. Hamilton had not come out. Like, he performed some songs from Hamilton.
Right. I think it came
This is
out
crazy.
that.
2015 were the previews, I think.
Yes, because I saw previews.
Okay, jealous.
I saw it at, what's it called? In New York, downtown. Wherever that was.
Right. Right. Exactly.
And my mom, we were sitting behind Julianne Moore. And my mom reached over and touched her hair.
Oh, no.
Because she was like, that. I need to touch that.
Oh,
She
no.
likes to
Did
touch
she notice?
celebrities and not wash her hands. Like, that's her big thing.
Did she notice? Did Julianne Moore notice?
Well, Julianne went like this. She went like, but didn't turn around. I think she was just like, what was that?
Oh,
but my
no.
mom is like, she'll just kind of go like that. If you're like famous or historical, like if if you're walking past a statue, she's like, I need to touch it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And I'm like that too a little now, but
I mean, yeah, when we're from Memphis and when we went to Sun Studios.
my mom's from Oak Ridge. Have we talked about this?
Wait, what?
Mississippi?
Oh no, in Tennessee.
Oh.
Like kind of near Knoxville.
Oh, okay. So
Wait, are
east.
you in? No,
Memphis is in the bottom
that.
west
It's
corner.
Elvis.
It's like 3 hours
Yeah.
from
You know,
Nashville.
I'm a huge Elvis fan.
Okay, I was gonna say Sun Studio is in Memphis, and I was there on a tour. Like, I don't think I'd ever been, but I had in high school I had a friend who was from Europe, and so she was like, and her family was obsessed with Elvis, and so she was like, let's go to Graceland, let's go to Sun Studio, and I was like, okay, whatever. I've lived here my whole life, but then they took us to the spot where like Elvis and a band like recorded a famous song I don't even remember, and there was an X where Elvis was, and I stared at that X. I swear I had like a ghostly experience.
Oh,
I was
my
like, I was staring at
Lord.
that X for so long. I was like,
Yep.
guys, Elvis was standing there. Like, I couldn't get over it.
It is
I'm
crazy.
not an Elvis fan.
No, it is wild.
I was like, he was standing there,
Yeah.
and I'm standing here, and that's where this X.
Yeah.
That's how I felt looking at the DeLorean on the Paramount Pictures tour back in like 2010. Like they have the DeLorean.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? The
Oh,
DeLorean?
yeah.
From Back to the Future.
And the
they were like,
tower.
this is from the set. And I was
Yes.
like,
I know that stuff is like you'll do crazy stuff just to kind of be where someone else was.
Yes.
In a big way. I feel
Yeah,
that way
yeah.
about, not to segue, I don't want to
Segue.
whatever, but
Segue.
when I was in Italy a couple years ago, my friend and I were kind of traveling around, and I was like, if I take a 6-hour Uber to a bus to a train, I could get to Crema, where they filmed Call Me By Your Name.
oh my goodness.
And I could like see the train station. I could see this and I could see that thing. And then last night I was on Twitter, and do you know Club Chalamet?
Yeah.
It's like this woman who like is just obsessed with Timmy, and
Yeah.
she's
Yep.
like, it must be in her 40s.
I think she's in her
something.
60s.
oh,
You're kidding.
I
I think
didn't know
she's-
how old.
I think she's a
thought this
late
was
50s-year-old black
20-year-old.
woman. Have you seen her?
I've
She
seen.
is-
I've seen all of like the drama surrounding her. I did not.
You've never seen a
know.
picture of her?
No.
She's
Oh,
black.
I have to show you.
Wait,
I mean, I,
I
have to
thought
show
that
you.
this was like a 20-year-old.
No. This is like she
No.
is like
That's interesting.
She's like a
she
late
did a like reveal, and
50s
everyone was
black
like,
woman.
"What?"
wait.
wait. I need to. Show
I've just
you
seen
her.
a lot of altercations and some comments with drama.
Well,
with
she's
her.
crazy.
A couple
inserting
people.
herself.
A couple people. Okay,
So
we did
much.
a episode on parasocial relationships, and then we went
Oh
viral.
my goodness! Wow.
But these are tweets. Sorry.
We went viral being like, don't have parasocial relationships with people, and people kept tagging her in the comments. I was like, y'all, we don't want beef.
No.
Like, we're not
Did you
trying to
respond?
get no.
Okay.
But I was like, y'all,
Yeah.
stop tagging her.
No, she has hit a nerve, but I really think it's like it gives your life purpose. But she took a trip. This is it's a picture from what I just showed you, to Italy, and went to every place where they filmed, and she had a Polaroid of the like part of the movie.
Oh, that's cool.
And then would hold it up where they shot it, and I was like, "That's exactly what I wanted to do."
I want to do that too.
That
I was
is
watching.
nice.
I was rewatching the movie last night, and I was like, "Damn, I want to go there."
It's really
Like,
pretty.
I want to be in that
All of it,
house. Like,
yeah.
I want to take. I want to be in a summer house like
know.
that.
I
Like,
pool was
can
very nice.
rent it.
Oh my
bet it's
goodness!
so expensive.
How many
I mean-
rooms do you think is you got?
I don't know, like 7.
Yeah, at least, and they're big rooms.
Yeah.
Like 7's not so many rooms. I mean, it's a huge house.
Yeah.
But it's not. Well, it kind of is a mansion a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a huge house.
It's a villa.
I think I think it would be a mansion on Sims 4. I think it would be considered
Totally.
a mansion. What's up?
It's a great point.
That's a really good point.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Timothée Chalamet,
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry about
we
that.
have to get into this.
Yeah.
Because you're obsessed with Timothée Chalamet.
Can they see this?
Oh my gosh.
Zoom in if
Background.
you're on the back. Is the background showing up?
Clip up.
No, you have to click it. If you're on the video,
It's me and him.
oh my god, I can't get
Wait a
over how you're like
second.
half his size.
I know. I'm
I
like,
know.
wait.
I have too many questions.
Me too.
Okay.
I want to know everything.
I don't want you to repeat yourself because you said that you've been talking about him on other
I've been talking
podcasts.
about him since 2020, kind of nonstop, and so
That's fair.
and I don't have like the newest insight, but it is just like
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's what it is.
Just the fact.
Why?
Yeah.
Like, what is it about him? Like, why?
So
What happened?
I think it's like I think the way it started was sort of. I mean, what I've concluded is that it's like a gender thing, where I'm like, he is like twink sauce a bit. And that to me is like, I feel like I would love to look like him. Or I would have. I feel like in the last year or so, I've been feminizing myself a little bit more. But there was like a stretch of like, I would say like 6 years where I was like very mask and like would bring his picture to the barber.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I went to a lesbian barber, and so I actually didn't even really have to show a picture. I'd be like, I want to look like Timmy in Beautiful Boy, and she was like, got it.
I know what that means. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think I was seeing a projection of like what I thought I could look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also just like I became obsessed with him like early days of COVID, maybe a little bit before. And at the time, I was going through a really big breakup. So I think Call Me By Your Name was like, and it was like a breakup that was like I was exploring my queerness more after a little bit. So it felt very like, this is a feeling I've had with like, whatever, these new experiences.
Yeah.
And then I think it was also just so emotional, and he's so talented.
Yeah.
And we didn't have anything else to fucking do. So it's like he lets you feel something and escape.
Yeah.
You know, like it was circumstantial a bit.
Yes.
But so I watched all of his movies many times over. Call Me By Your Name specifically.
Absolutely.
Which I said to you guys when we talked is like a movie that at first I actually hated. The idea of.
Yes.
So I was like, I don't want to watch a movie about like two like rich guys in Italy. Like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But it turns out I did.
It turns out.
So you
did.
hated it before you watched it.
Yeah, I like refused to watch it on principle. I was like, queer stories are always about rich white people, whatever. Everyone's cis. I don't care. Like this is stupid.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the best movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, it really is really good. Like it's really pretty. Actually.
I completely understand where you, like, because it was like a heightened time of like, I feel like self-discovery for me. I was
100%.
like, I don't want to just talk about white men. But then that movie came out and I was like transfixed.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that because I was in a relationship that I did not like when I first saw it.
Yep.
And when I was watching it, I was like, I don't think I'm feeling that way. Like, genuinely, I was like, I don't think that this
Oh dear.
is
I know.
and so now watching it,
Yeah.
I have since felt that way.
Yeah.
And I
I've
was
felt
like
it.
so devastatingly crying last
Yeah.
night when I was rewatching it. I was
Oh.
like, damn, I have not watched it since I felt like I was in love.
Wow.
Like, and yeah, it is complex because it is about two white men, and it's like also feels like the relationship should never have happened. Like
Totally.
it's like devastating.
Yeah.
For Timothée Chalamet's character. Like
know.
it's
Yes,
like
it is devastating for Timothée Chalamet's character. But I am so upset for him. I watched it this weekend and I haven't seen it. Did it come out in 2019? I thought
2017.
2017.
Okay,
I think, yeah.
I think I watched it in maybe 2018, and
Yeah.
I was just like, that was kind of back when I really didn't pay attention to movies that Amanda asked me to watch. She asked me to watch it, and I was in and out, yeah. and then
it was a bad week too. We were in Memphis.
Yeah, and then I was like, I didn't like it, and I don't like it.
Yeah,
and so then I was like, I actually don't know anything that happens in this movie before I watched it.
Yeah,
went back and watched it, and I was just very, very sad for Timothy's character the entire time, just because I was like, this young boy.
I know.
This young boy is having so many big feelings.
Yes.
At once.
I know.
And this young but older boy.
Yes.
Is also having these feelings.
Yes.
And he's like actively telling himself not to act on them, but also doing it. And then it just like I just couldn't. I can't. The complexities of it all just really stresses me out, and I just feel so sad for Timothy at the end.
And his dad, who is gay, right?
I mean, that's the thing. I'm like, I think maybe. At minimum bi because he has this beautiful relationship with the mom, but the mom I'm also like is kind of mask, if I may.
You're right. If you may.
And she's like the head. I just started reading the book last night.
I love the book.
Really, I'm not liking it, but I only read 10 pages and I was falling asleep.
Listen,
I need to read.
I
need to read.
I listened to the audiobook that's narrated by Armie Hammer back in 2017.
Ow! That's funny.
It's
so
crazy. It's really weird, but I enjoyed it back when I was really listening to it.
Yeah. Can I ask a question? And we don't have to keep this in here, but maybe we can. What did he do again? I forgot.
There's a bunch of cannibalism.
There's stuff like that, and there was like this specific relationship that.
What do you mean?
I was really in the weeds with it because I never loved him in the movie, and then the more I watched it, I was like, but if you watch it 40 times,
you'll like
and
it.
It has to be 40.
Yeah,
you're like, oh,
I like his outfit.
I kind of get.
Totally.
I really like his outfit.
I think he's a little psychopathic in a way where, like, I actually think it works on a 40th watch.
Yeah, I do think it works for the character.
Yeah,
that he is.
Because
he is. He's like
that
it's like
sense.
this type of like manipulation where he's not meaning to manipulate, but he is
like
manipulating
that way.
Like, but it's like. You can't do anything but manipulate someone that much younger than you.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's so. Oh, Lord Jesus.
It's tough. I don't think I totally understood the age thing. I think I was also like, because it takes place in the 80s.
And it's in Europe. The age of consent in Europe, in most of Europe, is 14.
Nice.
That's okay.
It's not great.
I just, all I know is that Armie Hammer looks 34.
Yeah.
And he's. So I just was picturing this to be a 34-year-old.
Yeah.
Even though I knew he was like 21 or like there for college. He might have been 19, which I would have been interesting.
Grad school?
I think he's 24.
Okay.
Oh.
I think it's not good. But like it was also the 80s and it's like they're not neither of them are going to get that type of relationship anywhere else, which is also the devastating part of it.
Right. It was just all sad.
I do also think like in gay male culture, which I don't know or care like that much about, but it's like it is like or whatever, but it is like I think those there I feel like I know a lot of younger gay guys who date older gay guys and there's almost like I don't know. I mean I don't actually know, but it is like in ancient Greece, if I may.
Yeah, you may.
There was kind of like a mentorship between older men and younger men, and I think they would do sex.
Yeah, I think
teaching
so
sex.
I kind of remember learning that.
And I'm a little like, that's what it was.
That is what it was, because the fountain scene is literally like upon 40th, 30th rewatch. It's like it's literally like Elio like being like, I don't know anything. I need you to teach me. Like that's literally what he is saying with no words.
Yep.
And it's like it's very. And then you have the scene with the dad being like, they're begging you not to desire that, like daring you not to, and then it's just all like it is complex.
Yeah,
it is complex.
It's interesting,
and it's a power play.
And I love Luca, the director.
I cannot wait to see Challengers.
I know.
I
cannot wait to
It's
see
gonna
it.
be brutal.
And this, I feel like this might. I don't even know. I feel like now it's a bisexual.
That trailer stresses me
now
out.
It's bisexual and black.
I have to see it.
I have to see it.
The trailer. I remember the first time I saw the trailer before whatever movie it was, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on?
When her knee cracks.
So much happens, and I just need to see what happens.
Maybe I haven't seen the newest trailer.
I'm talking about the first one.
There's a part where her knee like goes. It's out of
haywire.
place, and I'm like, oh god.
And then she shows up with a
such.
short wig. I just need to see it.
I can't wait.
So
Is it out?
It's out Friday.
Okay.
But okay, so I have to clarify this because you are not attracted to men.
No, I'm not really. Although, and maybe I said this also, after seeing Dune 2, I wanted to have sex with a guy. I think.
Which guy?
I don't know. But the thing that did it for me truly was Austin Butler in that film, which people say is a huge issue. They're like, that's not right. Like, he is scary in that movie. And I'm like, totally.
He's really... I haven't seen it. Is this the one where he has like a bald cap?
Bald and is wearing like no teeth.
But his teeth are completely black.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's crazy.
Yeah. He's like a cold killer, like... He's really bad guy.
Okay.
Horrible guy, like the worst guy. But he's super ripped. He has like an 8-pack.
Yeah.
And he's shirtless the whole movie.
It's not even that. It's like the intensity. Women aren't like that as much.
I get it.
Women are chill.
I get it.
And men are like fucking insane.
Yeah.
And I'm a little like, well, let's try it.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's test it out.
But yes, in theory, that's not, like, I don't think I'm going to be dating like a cis guy.
Uh-huh.
So, yes. But it's like, you know, would I have sex with Timmy? And it's so hard because I actually think, like, every time I talk about him publicly, I'm like more and more not gonna work. Like, why would he ever want to talk to me? But he has an obsession with Kid Cudi, and now they're friends.
Yeah.
So I think he has an obsession about a lot of people now.
Me too.
Friends.
Yeah. So
yeah.
you know, and he knows I'm like kidding around if you're listening.
Right.
Okay. But it's like I think we would have sex once and it like as a joke.
See,
we'd be friends.
I think this is so...
That's fair.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And I'd probably peg him. He'd be like, well, you're gay. Don't you want to try that? And I'd be like, have you tried that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like we're kind of like, we're so comfortable with each other, but we both do come.
Right. Right.
You know
it's a good time.
Yeah.
It's friends with benefits once.
Just because it's like,
one
it'd
and
be
done.
crazy if we didn't.
It would be crazy.
Right.
I mean, I can't...
Knowing all of the things you said about him publicly.
Exactly.
Right.
Also, when you... It is impossible. Look at how many co-stars have dated. Like,
yeah.
Of course you're acting, but it's like at the end of the day, like who's really acting?
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to really feel those emotions.
You have to lean into that.
You have to lean in.
Yeah. Yikes.
Commit. I also think the hottest people in Dune 2 are Zendaya and Austin Butler. Sorry. Like, he is crazy in that, but it is intriguing.
I need to see this because the description you guys have given, I'm like, what? I have to watch it for Austin Butler now.
Speaking about gender, I love that Timothée and Zendaya are like the same height, same build, like same level of androgyny, especially in that movie and especially with the costumes. Like, the shot where it's like you think it's Timothée and then you turn around and it's Zendaya actually fighting. Like, I love that shit. Yeah. And I love that the two of them are together because it's like, yes, it's a cis man and cis woman, but because of how they're presenting, it looks like two twinks together.
I agree.
I love
couldn't
that.
agree more.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with that.
It's perfect.
Oh, Zendaya is a bit twinkish.
Yeah.
She can be whatever she wants.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true too.
I've never thought that ever, but yeah.
I want to bring up Justin Bieber into the chat.
Yeah, please.
Okay. I was listening to My World 2.0 today, literally like 2 hours ago.
Really?
Yes, because I was like, I need to listen to him right now. Actually, it was because I heard
him?
I love Justin Bieber.
Okay.
His name is written on my heart. I don't know.
What do you mean?
I just mean
not a tattoo.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant you had a chest tattoo.
No, if you were imagine, I think if you were to surgically remove my heart, his name would be on it.
I understand. So it's huge.
Yes, and I love him to death. I don't know much about him.
Yeah.
I don't know really a lot of anything that happened after My World 2.0, after Believe, I'll say. So after 2012.
See, I feel like that's where I pick up.
Okay, see, I really do.
I'm like purpose on.
I'm in and out, and I just have always wanted him to just find himself again. But like, I just love him to death, and My World 2.0 is like a fuzzy blanket to me, and I love it.
I think Believe the one with Beauty and the Beat.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beat. That's my favorite Justin Bieber album.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
That's a good one. That has Out of Town Girl.
I love My World 2.0, but I love Believe so much. And we went to that
like nostalgic
concert.
hits for me.
Yeah. There was somebody at a party recently that was like Justin Bieber, but that was before your time. And I was like, I'm sorry, that was exactly my time.
Yeah.
Who said that?
You remember?
Before our time. Oh, yeah. I remember that.
I was like, no. In 2009, I actually was fighting Amber saying, this is a little black girl singing.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, he's a white boy and he's on YouTube. And I was like, Amber, I didn't believe her.
Yeah. I also thought it was a little black girl singing when we heard it through our speakers getting waking up for church. And then I went to school and my friend told me it's that kid that I showed you. And I was like, the little white boy from Canada. It was him.
Talk about gender.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true.
Goodness, I love him to death.
Yeah, I really was late. I mean, I'm very late to fandom. I had some fandoms when I was growing up, but it felt a little more like affinities or like I wish. Because I always wanted to be a comedian or a performer, a writer. So I feel like I watched kids' shows with the lens of like, that should be me.
Yes.
Or I wish that was me.
For sure.
So it was hard to develop just pure fandom. Because it
Yeah.
felt competitive almost.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes, 100%.
Like Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide, I was like, I should be Mose. That part should have gone to me. I didn't audition.
Yeah.
I had no way of doing it. But I was obsessed with Devin Werkheiser. I was like, this is a funny show that is dealing with contemporary issues that I can speak to. And I'm Butch.
Yeah.
Like Mose.
Yeah.
So I was just like, what the hell?
I felt that with with my archetype. Like if there was there were like a couple little black girls on Raven who would like be like, but like Sydney from Raven, I'd be like viscerally like couldn't even watch the episode without like steaming and being like, that should have been me. That should have been me. That should have been me.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of? Is that her name?
Okay, we're gonna cut this, but I'm gonna tell you my real thoughts.
Okay.
Rachel, cut this.
Yeah. Not me.
Not you. Our editor's named Rachel.
I was like, sure, yeah.
Yeah, we'll cut it.
Cut it out. No, she. And also. Okay,
no.
Cut
Okay,
all that,
Rachel, cut back in.
Okay, crazy.
Thanks, Rach.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about Justin Bieber. What is your experience with Justin Bieber? Like, how did you get into him?
So there's Timmy, then there's Justin.
Was Justin before or after?
After.
Oh.
Much after. I would say like, not much after, but months after, where I feel like, I think it was Christmas 2020, and Justin was posting these dancing videos.
Oh, yeah.
And my girlfriend at the time was like, you gotta check this out. And also, like, I feel like you and Justin have similar swag. Because I honestly was dressing like him. Like, big shirt, big pants. Like, just what it was. I was doing that.
Yeah.
And I was becoming obsessed with, I was doing a lot of TikTok duetting at the time. Like, Charlie D'Amelio, I did like 10 a day for like months.
All the dances?
Yep. And so I did Justin's, and then I kind of did a deep dive into him and was
Rabbit
just
hole.
completely taken. And we watched like that documentary about him that was on YouTube.
It was called no, I was gonna say Anyone, but that's a song of his.
It's
I know it
something.
was like black
He
and white.
put it out.
Yes.
And I was really interested by it, although I can't remember a single thing he talked about.
I know. I have the same sentiment because, like, I'm like now I don't know what it's called, but I remember
you and
being
Mommy
so
were talking
into
about it.
Yeah, I was like, I can't believe all this, but now I can't remember.
I know. I can't remember a single thing, but he was saying interesting stuff,
Yeah,
or
it
it was
was.
at least like an interesting look into his
Day
career and
in
life.
Yeah.
And I feel like my girlfriend at the time was like, I'm Haley, you're Justin.
Okay.
Type of thing, which was fun,
Absolutely.
even though she wasn't like Haley. But I see how she was, and it was really
Right.
kind of a fun dynamic.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember if it was during COVID or pre-COVID, he made a music video for a Drake song.
Yes, Pop Star.
Yes.
I loved that video.
And that I watched like 20 times a day.
Same.
I was like, I want to be him.
Yes.
I want to have that type of life.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
It's so hot.
I understand that
What
feeling.
he's doing, lip syncing.
It was. I don't know, but
Yeah.
yes.
It's
everything.
It was something quite special.
the direction.
Yeah.
Like how the swag.
Yep.
Justin.
And he got me. Timmy did too, but Justin more so got me into brands. I'm obsessed with designer stuff now. And that happened at the same time. I think it was like a fashion, gender, kind of just like
Fusion.
Yes.
Yes.
And to me, and again, I feel like things are shifting, and that's kind of what happens when you're the type of person I am, gender-wise, but it's like my gender expression went from Timmy to Justin, which might seem small, but it's pretty vast.
No, that makes that makes sense.
Because it's also like Timmy's like wearing like Isabel Marant, which is like it's like a designer that's like more feminine and like silhouette, and he's wearing like Versace, and then Justin's like wearing huge Balenciaga, crazy Gucci, like full tracksuit.
I would say that Justin's style is more similar to Billie Eilish, who also loves Justin Bieber
and JoJo Siwa. When she wears a Gucci tracksuit, I'm like, that's Justin.
Yeah,
I mean,
you guys.
Justin Bieber has.
I don't hate the girl.
She is fun.
I don't hate her.
I want her on my podcast.
I actually don't. Hilarious. I don't have any ill against this girl. I just don't pay attention.
I have ill against her actions. I don't know her, but I do have ill will towards her actions. I do think that Justin Bieber has lesbian swag. Like, I think
he is a lesbian.
He's a lesbian icon.
Timmy's a twink. Justin's a lesbian.
100%.
So that's it.
100%.
That's it.
When you're kind of like,
I also think the term fashion or gender fashion fusion, or like that's like kind of what was going on. I feel like I kind of relate to that in a way that I dress either like Manny Santos, Hannah Montana, Manny Santos and Hannah Montana together, or the Fresh Prince and Corey Matthews from Boy Meets World.
Totally.
And that's my gender to fashion spectrum.
That's
and like
awesome.
how and now more so Fresh Prince because of the color.
Yeah.
Like I like more color.
Yeah. The Corey Matthews Fresh Prince is a really smart duality. I wouldn't have put them together, but it's perfect.
Sometimes I feel like I'm a little
white
boy from the 90s.
T-shirt with a thing.
Yes.
And then
90s.
some awesome like pattern shorts.
And like some backwards hats.
Exactly.
Amber wears backwards hats.
I'll have my hat phases in like August.
Okay. A little late for a
back
hat.
to school.
The sun is out most in June.
Yeah.
No worries.
I'm trying to think about mine because my guys,
Oh, I thought you were cracking your knuckles.
No,
so did I.
Go on ahead.
I thought you both started cracking your knuckles, if I'm being honest. My guys are like Troy Bolt. Like I love Troy Bolton. But I don't think I dress like him. Like I don't think that I like his outfits.
I think you just have his swag.
I just like his swag. Yeah. I like Troy, like the he's not even funny either. But I do like Louis Tomlinson and like One Direction.
Yep.
He was like the funny guy, the leader, like always confident.
Yep.
And like when I dressed as him in drag, it was literally like, this is such a stupid turn of events, but like we performed together as One Direction. I performed as Louis.
Who were you?
I was Harry.
The next day, I took a clown intensive, a 2-day clown intensive.
Was Louis in it?
And
no,
imagine. I channeled Louis and it made me way less scared. Like I'd never done anything like that. And I was like, actually, I think that my brain has opened up because I was Louis on Friday.
Yeah. Being Harry was an experience. It was like, well, for one, I always wanted to meet him. And then,
Harry.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I was dressed as him and I did like all of his parts in X Factor. Like we did like a mashup of like their music and their journey on X Factor.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I am Harry. It was just very...
It's empowering.
Well, I did a music video as Timmy. My friend,
that's amazing.
My friend and I made one where it's like I am Timmy and I get cast in Call Me By Your Name, but then it turns out I'm actually supposed to be the second coming of Jesus. I don't remember the logic entirely, but I was like fully dressed like him. I was wearing a binder. We had like a wig.
Yeah, you had to embody him.
Yeah, and it was like... I'm so not a singing person that I had to I was like, what would Timmy be doing?
Yeah.
And he would lean into it.
Yep. And I did my best.
Yeah.
I really did.
Yeah.
You have to like identify what about it you're aesthetically attracted to. And then like once you put something on that you normally wouldn't wear and it looks good on you.
Drag.
Yeah.
It's drag and it's like, wait, I'm going to implement some of this into into what I wear every day because I look really hot. Like I thought this was hot on my crushes and now I look really hot.
Yeah. Right. Like you admire it to some extent and it's just like you don't really realize that you would want to embody it a little bit yourself.
The swag translates.
That reminds me of the Lil Nas lyric
Oh,
from that one song where he's like, I
only want the ones I envy.
Yeah, I only
envy.
want. Yeah, it's exactly that one. Yeah, because I'm like, yeah, that actually makes sense.
Oh, interesting.
You want to be with someone that you admire and think is cool.
It's so hard when you're gay.
It is so ridiculous. Like, I can never tell. I have a list though of, I was like, oh my God, like I can't think of any names, but I have a list of people that I'm like obsessed with in terms of energetically.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that I'm like always obsessed with Sagittarius women.
Okay.
So I have like such a list. Miley Cyrus is my number one.
She has a long list.
Like, and it's so long. It's crazy. Miley Cyrus, Raven Simone, Vanessa Hudgens, Britney Spears, Billie Eilish, Janelle Monáe, Tyra Banks, Quinta Brunson, Zoe Kravitz, Lucas Grabeel. We just found out has the same birthday as Miley Cyrus, who we just met at the Miley Cyrus.
Tyra Banks is wild.
Yeah,
no, I didn't know. I had no idea that he was.
Well, all of those people are a little unhinged.
Exactly.
Like just a tiny bit.
Just a little bit.
Awesome, respect, much love.
It's
but
the fire. Because
like,
I'm an Aries and I love fiery people. And I feel like Sagittarius is, people would like overlook them because it's like the Leos are like, everything's about me. The Aries are crazy. And then it's like Sags are like, oh,
I feel like they just
calm, cool, and collected. But I'm like, but they're like a little crazy.
Yeah.
Which I like.
It's like if you get too close, like an Icarus.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's really true.
Because they stay in their corner and then it's like,
don't get too close.
Yeah.
The sun.
Actually, I'll show you who I am. That's kind of what Miley did. Wait, pull out the list again.
Is there more that you're not reading?
There's more.
Yeah, that's like Miley, Ravens, Vanessa.
Who's yours?
Who's my what?
What do you like if you made this list?
Oh,
I still really like Capricorns.
I don't know. I have never disliked a Capricorn, but I am a Gemini.
Me too.
Okay, and see, I love Tom Holland.
We talked about this briefly. I really don't see it. To me, I'm like,
love him.
I don't care.
Here's the thing.
But I've never seen him in a movie.
Here's what happened.
What?
I'll say what happened.
I don't care about Spider-Man. What else is he in?
The Impossible, which made me sob as a child.
Don't care what that is.
No, don't watch that.
Okay, it's so devastating.
It's about a white family that like goes abroad in the middle in
Asia,
a vacation spot. On a vacation, and then there's like a huge tsunami,
and they get
separated. It centers on them, and they get separated,
and then they find each other in the end, and it's just like really heart-wrenching.
Why don't they just do it about a family who already lives there?
Well, it's based on a true story, and they whitewash the family. The family's not white, and so
what's the family really?
I can't remember now. But not white. They're not white.
Oh,
I can't remember. See, and that's why representation matters because I can't even remember.
Who do I have gender? I do have gender envy for.
Wait, who?
Blackbeard from Our Flag Means Death, and I dressed as him.
Taika Waititi is very attractive. But I was going to say, the reason I got into Tom Holland was because not to be like I saw him first, but like I was slowly getting obsessed with Tom Holland like a year, I want to say like a year and a half before the explosion. And
because it was after Civil War.
Yes.
When he was in Civil War.
Yeah, a little bit of that. So I was like watching.
Is that a superhero movie?
Yeah, it's one of the Captain America. It's like his first like Spider-Man appearance.
So I was watching like watching him on his Instagram where he like posted just as a fun little like teenage boy that I thought was cute, you know? And so then he, got famous and now and I was like really happy for him to be in all his projects and I was like, I know him and I watched him grow into this and now he's doing all his projects and now he's asking for his privacy and I'm very happy that he like kind of has a handle on all of this. It's reminding me of Josh Hutcherson, who is also one of my obsessions.
Huge Little Manhattan was like the movie I watched to cry.
Yes. When you said you watch every single Timothée Chalamet movie, I did that with Josh Hutcherson as soon as I got hooked on. I grew up with him, but I got hooked on him after Hunger Games, and so I ordered every single DVD that I didn't already have and watched all of his movies.
Yeah, he is good.
Yeah.
At least he used to be.
Well, I don't even know what he's doing. I think he's out.
Like he was in that Halloween horror movie.
Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah. That was like,
which I thought was unfortunate. It was not scary.
I didn't see it.
That
it wasn't
was like
scary.
I didn't know what was going on. Really.
Yeah.
I also love Kristen Stewart. Like I love her gender presentation.
Oh, definitely.
Like
she's someone. Again, I haven't seen anything other than Twilight. I think, but I'm like, why is she famous?
You
And
got
that
she's been
shouldn't
famous
be
for,
out there.
She's been famous for so long.
That's what it is.
She's
And
a
I
child
really
actor.
You gotta
like-
see what
I
she's
didn't
done.
know that.
Yeah, she was in
She was in Zathura with Josh Hutcherson.
Panic Room.
Huh.
She's the big sister.
Yeah, she's the big sister. She was in Panic Room. You should see Love Lies Bleeding though.
Yeah.
People are telling me this,
You
but
should
I've
do
heard
that.
it was horrible.
I loved it.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it.
I'm pretty bad at
was
watching
really
movies.
paranoid at the end of it.
I think that it's
Paranoid.
yes.
Yeah.
But is it scary?
It's kind of
It's
scary.
kind of.
I don't like scary.
It's not like
It's just a
horror
bit like
movies.
there's
Someone's
some-
gonna kill you.
There's some pieces.
No, it's not like someone's
well,
gonna kill you. It's like
Someone
there's-
could kill you.
There's
mafia.
Your lover.
There are some
Oh.
things. There are some scenes where you're gonna have to cover your eyes.
because it's blood.
Yes.
Yeah, there's blood.
Okay, I'll cover my eyes.
But I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was a good watch. Like it
Okay,
was something
cool.
I would watch.
And I thought
Alone,
I
like,
honestly
if
thought
I
that it
just
was
saw
the
it on
best I've
Hulu.
ever seen Kristen Stewart. I think that this
She
role was
seems
very, very good for
Okay,
her.
cool. Did she direct it?
No.
Oh.
But she like a woman directed it.
I would
She's
love to
really,
hang
really
out
hot.
with.
Me too.
Yeah, same.
Me
Go
too.
shopping.
Have you
with.
seen Drinking with Seth Meyers? Her video of that.
I saw some of it.
That one's funny. I just think it's funny because
Yeah.
Seth is like so drunk and she's not.
Yeah, really? That's funny.
It was funny. I'm also obsessed with Robert Pattinson. Like
Me too. I think he's like genuinely so talented.
Me
He
too.
is
I'm
such
so
a goof. I
obsessed
love
with
him
him.
too.
I'm
crazy.
obsessed with him and his career. Like I think that he
Yeah.
makes really good choices.
People are saying Austin is the next Robert. I'm saying that. That's how I feel. Well, I'm friends with this actor who's whatever, and he's like, he's a big actor, and he's like, Austin is the best actor working right now, and that's like what the whole industry thinks, and I'm like, that is crazy.
That's nuts.
Well, he did have to go to a voice coach to stop talking like Elvis,
I know.
which is like dedication.
Yeah.
And quite something that you would hear about Leonardo DiCaprio back in the day. And that other guy.
I'm stunned.
Did we hear the Timmy story?
No, I can tell it.
No, yeah. How did you meet
Please
Timothée
tell
Chalamet?
us.
So here is what happened. I was at lunch with my girlfriend at the time. She got her COVID vaccine that day, and it was also her birthday. So I was like, I'm gonna take you out. But it was raining, and so we were like, let's go somewhere near the vaccine.
Yes.
Whatever. This doesn't matter at all. But
No, we love setting the scene.
well, yeah, exactly.
Context.
And it was like, it's this cafe in the West Village in New York called Buvette, which is pretty famous.
Oh my God, I just wrote this down because I heard
Buvette?
I heard it on another podcast
wanna
and
go
I was
to
like,
New
oh,
York.
I want that waffle sandwich they're talking about.
It's good. It's fun. I mean, it's like, it's like on a gorgeous street near like Sarah Jessica Parker, Sex and the City, Friends.
I
You know
just
what I mean?
started watching Sex and the City
Are
yesterday.
you kidding me? You've
That's
never seen
crazy.
it?
No.
I've never seen it
I just
either.
watched it a couple months ago, and it's unreal.
I'm addicted.
I mean, it's crazy.
It's nuts.
I'll watch it.
And then you'll have to watch it Just Like That.
Oh
yeah. And the movies.
The movies are crazy.
I love a universe.
I think the last movie they go to the Middle East
No.
and say
wow.
the funniest stuff.
oh my
Oh,
God.
dear.
I was because I was like, I can't rewatch Girls for a seventh time.
No.
Like I can't
Sex and the City
do
is
it.
perfect.
And so I started watching Sex and the City to scratch that itch.
No, it's really good. And I will say Sarah Jessica Parker, like Carrie, I want to be married to Carrie Bradshaw. And I know it's almost like she doesn't have a personality or like she's just annoying. But I'm like, I want that to be my wife.
She's kind of, but she's not.
I said what I
It's not that
said.
she doesn't have a personality. It's more that she's like too perfect. Like she's like
yeah,
she's like
right. That's true.
she's like, oh,
Like
I'm doing
Barbie?
like the perfect like girl in my 30s thing.
Barbie.
they're like 30.
They're in their early 30s in the first season.
I love to hear that.
It's really because I am getting older. And this is the first year in my life where I'm like, my life is over, which I know is crazy. But I think it's the first year where I'm like, I think the next 30 years feel like this.
Well, also, all
what
of
I
the
mean?
all of the
Yeah.
shows, all the
Yeah.
shows we grew up with started around 29, 30.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah, it's like
34.
season one.
Like
You were saying
yeah,
that.
it's just season one. And then
Thank
you go on for like 10 incredibly interesting seasons because you keep getting picked up.
Then what? Then what?
And then everyone
and then
gives you
and just
like a-
like that.
Right.
yeah.
Which is brutal.
Wait a couple years.
Anyway, you're going to love it.
Anyway, you were at Buvette.
I
Oh
was
right.
at Buvette.
Goodness
and
gracious.
I was sitting facing whatever. It was when it was like it was like peak COVID. Like vaccines were just. It wasn't peak
just
COVID.
hitting.
It was March 2021.
Okay.
It's not quite peak COVID.
No, it's
we're all getting our
vaccines are
vaccines.
happening.
Yeah. And I'm sitting, talking to my GF, and then she's like, Rachel, like, I don't mean to alarm you.
Oh my God.
But Timmy is behind you. But before
Did she say Timmy?
I don't. What I do remember is seeing her. We're like talking, and she goes, and I was like, "There's a bug." I was like, "No, like get off," because I really don't. I don't like bugs. But she's like, "No, like, don't look." But I think she said Timmy's behind you.
Oh.
And I have pictures of her telling me. I'll have to show you.
Please.
Do you want me to show you now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. I can't with this because it's like that moment where they're behind you.
No, it's
like
too much.
Okay,
no, it's too. I would have thought it was a bug too, and then that's like even that's the second worst thing that could be happening.
Yeah, a second jump scare that's actually a necessary jump scare.
It's like if I was like, Amber, Harry Styles is right behind you.
No.
And it's like, we have to get out of here.
Oh my God.
I'd be like, we have to get out of here. It's like,
okay,
we can't do it like this.
Here's her telling me that's him.
Oh my God.
Oh,
do you see?
My.
So I was facing away from him.
He's just sitting behind you.
Wait, is this a video?
Stop.
Oh my God. You had no idea he would be there? Okay.
I hadn't looked yet.
Oh my God.
I was like, I don't know what to do.
That's
Stop.
terrifying, actually.
Literally, like,
Oh my God.
Y'all do look
I see the
similar.
vision.
So crying.
You look really similar.
I do see the
But
vision
this
100%.
isn't even like I got haircuts after. I can show you where it's like I was going for exactly.
Yeah.
What was
And
he
I was
like?
dressed like him.
What happened?
How
So
did
you
you-
go up
yeah.
to him?
Okay, so I'm sitting there. I'm like, I have to say something, but I'm having a panic attack because I'm like, this is like the most important moment of my life.
Yeah.
The fact that I haven't cared about him for more than a year and he's here in front of me is like,
that's a sign.
it's something. So I went into the bathroom and I asked the waiter for a pen and paper, or my girlfriend had asked. And I went downstairs to write him a note that I was just going to hand him because this girl was riding her city bike. I saw this happen and she stopped and was like, oh my God, like, can I talk to you? Whatever. And I was like, I don't want to just be like another fan who comes up to him, which of course is delusional because that is exactly what
everyone's
it is.
thought. Yes.
It's all our thoughts.
But I was like, I'm going to do something normal and maybe I can like express to him what he means to me. And that's it. So I wrote this note having a full panic attack. And I think I was there for like 20, 30 minutes, which is like huge risk because maybe he leaves.
Right.
But I was just like, I genuinely was shitting myself.
Yes.
Like it was fight or flight and I shit myself.
God.
And I wrote this note and I texted her. I was like, is he still there? She was like, yeah, he's just reading this book. And I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. And I threw the note away because I was like, I can't give him this note. Because I was like, you are my everything. And so I went upstairs and I was like, okay, all these people have come up to him as fans, but I know he's obsessed with the high school. He went to LaGuardia High School. And my backstory is my sibling went there for a few years. And so I would go to see the school shows and talent shows because it's like a school where it's like young, like art people who want to be like actors.
Yeah.
So it's very amazing productions.
Yeah.
So I had seen him a couple times performing.
Oh.
And he
that's nuts.
was the year below Ansel Elgort.
Yeah.
So I would go see both of them and I was actually an Ansel head, if I may. Not saying I am now,
but you were.
but I was.
And that's fair. That's fine.
Right. Because people always like Ansel or Timmy because they were kind of like the leading men. And I was like Ansel. But Timmy was very talented.
So this is like hometown lore.
100%.
Okay. You're very close to this.
I mean,
Like, this is insane. Okay.
yes. So I hatched a plan. I was like, we're going to start to walk away and we're going to pass him and I'm going to do a double take, like almost like I hadn't noticed him. And so I did that. I went past him. I did this. I went, and I said, oh shit, it's Timmy. That's what I said.
You said my God.
And he said, oh shit, or something. Like he kind of had like a retort.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I saw you in the LaGuardia talent show. And he was like, you went to LaGuardia? Like whatever. And he was like standing up to talk to me. And that's when I got that picture. Like there are some pictures of us just talking.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, but my sibling went. And like actually, my mom had an interaction with him on an Amtrak train a couple years before, on an Amtrak train from like going from Canada to New York, and he didn't have the right passport because he also has a French passport. and he got like kind of harassed by ICE. And this was like kind of like 2017. ICE was like kind of out and about, like really terrorizing in a way that was like very visible.
Yeah.
And so my mom intervened and like helped him and whatever. So I was like, and you also, my mom helped you, like, you know, like trying to be like, I actually have a real connection to you.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh yeah, I think I remember your mom, because he actually, after that had happened a couple weeks later, he was shooting the Woody Allen movie.
Oh God.
Right down the street from her school, and she said she was walking with a coffee, and he saw her from his trailer and came out and was like, "Thank you so much," like whatever.
That's sweet.
Oh my God.
That's sweet.
Right.
He would remember that. Yes.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And it was kind of before he was like publicly huge.
Yeah.
So he was still doing stuff like that. Anyway, I don't totally, but we were kind of like talking. He said he liked my sweater. It was a Rosie O'Donnell sweater. And my girlfriend, who was kind of just, I feel like he liked my girlfriend at the time better. It was just like, I really was having, like, she was making him laugh more than me. And I was like, I'm going to kill myself.
You were surviving.
I was.
This is amazing. First of all, your fashion icon complimented your.
And I was dressed ugly. It
No,
was so
because
upsetting.
he
But
liked
he
it.
looked a little ugly too, or like it was like I was like, you can do better than this. But it's also like he was reading a book outside. Like I'm like, you're asking for whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
you're asking for it is what I'm saying. so my girlfriend was like, do you guys want a picture? Like she asked both of us if we wanted a picture. Which is obviously hilarious.
That's really nice.
And I was like, yeah, take my phone. But my phone had just died, which is good because my phone case was Timmy. And if she had held it up, he would have seen it.
Oh no, this is
the Lord.
This is a disaster.
Really bad.
Oh my God.
So I think I was like, oh, my phone just died. She's like, okay, I'll do it. So she took these photos and sent them to me, and I sent them to my sibling, and my sibling posted them, and they kind of went viral. And all of these like teenage girls were just constantly DMing me like, where did you see him? What did he look like? What did he smell like? And I wrote this like long newsletter. I had just started a newsletter a couple months before about it, and got all these like crazy emails from these fans who were like, oh my God, like you're describing perfectly like my relationship with him, whatever. And then I sent him a really long DM. Where I was like, I want to work with you. Like, I have a million ideas for you. I kind of think, like, you need me a little bit. Like, I really think I can help, like, kind of bring out the best in you, like, talent-wise. Or, like, and we're both from New York. Like, we grew up, like, 10 blocks from each other.
Yeah. Upgrade You by Beyonce.
Exactly. And so he never responded, obviously. But it really was just, and people kept saying, it went viral on TikTok because people were kind of being like, celebrities are back out, like this is where you can find them.
Oh shit.
And people
Update
were
accounts.
like, they look alike. Like they look the same.
What a dream come true.
It was awesome, but I really wish he had followed up.
Yeah. Well,
That
maybe
is
later.
So it'll happen.
You'll probably run into him later.
It'll
We're
happen.
close, and I do have some ideas for him.
It'll happen. Also,
It definitely will
Also, Rachel cut this again, but
And Rachel cut this, but
well, here we are in Hollywood.
literally.
That's the whole ethos of this show is like
You can make your
you're
dreams come true.
passionate, and your passion leads to you being a better artist.
Here's what I'll say. I'm looking for a new fandom. Well, actually, and I feel like I talked about this a little bit. I guess it's technically the WNBA. But it's not like I aspire to the WNBA. I mean, I wish I was in the WNBA, but it's not like I actually feel more that I'm just attracted to the women in the league rather than seeing someone who I want to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's fun.
It's
then
fun.
It's just
Yeah, you're just having a good
attraction.
time.
Yeah. You're like, you don't have to like.
But
be
I
like,
need
I'm
a
really
spiritual thing.
Yeah, I mean, I need something to fixate on because
Honestly, same.
whenever I'm like rushing home, like I get there and I'm like, okay, now what?
Exactly.
Like I have all this free time. Like, what am I gonna do with it?
What I'll say right now this week, I've been rewatching all of Life with Derek just because I found it on Prime.
God!
Yeah.
Living like wait, is
Living
that
Life
it?
with Derek.
Is
Yeah.
that they're in Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't. It's like that's like way back here.
I know. Exactly. That's why I was like, you know what? This is keeping me occupied. I watch it while cooking, and it's all 4 seasons are on Prime.
There was a point in college where I was so mentally ill and couldn't handle having any emotions come up, where I just was rewatching Disney shows, or even like I'm talking like kids shows like The Backyardigans.
Yes, love Backyardigans.
And so I put on a lot of shows like that.
I've been in periods like that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I
love The Backyardigans too.
I honestly, I love Backyardigans. I don't think I could have watched Call Me by Your Name a day sooner than I did last night. Like even if I had watched it like 2 weeks ago, it would have ripped me apart. Like there's just certain times where it's like you cannot access these emotions right now. Don't do it.
I did tear up watching Life with Derek though for one scene.
Why?
It was just a cute
an adopted
scene.
kid in it or no?
Well, no, but it's a blended family.
Okay.
But I just watched a cute scene where Lizzie was scared to dance, and then George, her new stepdad, taught her how to dance, and she like got on his feet, and it was really cute. I was like, why am I crying?
So
Lizzie's the middle child.
And whose daughter is she?
Nora's. Casey's little sister.
Okay. Is there another one? Is there a boy?
Marty and Edwin are George's children.
Marty.
Marty is the 6-year-old.
Marty.
Oh, yes.
Wait,
this is Life with Lizzie, Edwin, George, and Nora, Marty, and Casey.
Yeah.
Lizzie, now I'm like, I don't know who Lizzie is. Like, I'm not remembering Lizzie.
Lizzie.
I can't. I'm just thinking of Phil of the Future.
She is young.
That's what I see.
She has her hair flipped out. It's straight, but it's flipped out, and she has freckles. And she also plays Adam Torres on Degrassi.
Yep. She's blonde. She's ginger.
Yes. Ish. Auburn-ish.
Yeah.
You had to say Adam because I was like, I don't know who this is.
Oh yes, Adam
it's
Torres.
Adam
on Degrassi.
Torres. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just talking about this. How one of my friends was like, I think the first trans character I saw on TV was Laverne Cox on Orange is the New Black. And I was like, mine was Adam on Degrassi. Degrassi.
Wait, I don't know if I know who you're
He's a trans character on Degrassi.
Yes.
Played by a cis girl.
Yes. But it was the first trans character on like daytime.
You're kidding.
Like children.
I don't remember
television.
that.
Some record.
At least in Canada.
In Canada and then brought over to America.
Yeah. We watched that in health class.
What?
Degrassi?
Yeah. I had a teacher who who was a comedian.
Which ones? The ones where like with the condom on the banana and stuff?
No, he just literally, our classes were like 40 minutes long and he'd just throw on 2 episodes every time.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy.
What seasons?
I don't know. I mean, there always was some sort of a message, but it was like
absolutely
the gun one, the drug one, the sex one, the stuff.
Any gay ones?
The gay one is... The gay one I'm thinking of is really
it's girls gay?
Sad. No. There is a girls gay one.
Right.
There's a couple.
Yeah, later.
No worries.
Paige gay for a while?
But the gay one was with Marco, and he was like coming out.
Oh my God,
or
that's
no,
right.
he came out to us. He didn't come out to anyone else. He came out to his beard, Ellie, his best friend.
Oh my God.
But
wow.
Yeah, clearly, like I feel like it's hard to get fixated on anything these days because like it's so cliche, but it's like the TV shows are only 8 episodes long, and they all get dropped in one night. And you watch it really fast, and then you forget about it.
Yeah, that
is
true.
I'm like, let me go back and watch Sex and the City, from 1998.
I agree.
Keep me distracted for a second.
Literally.
That's why I did see Dune 2 in theaters twice.
I'd love to.
I think
they're
Dune.
coming out. It's coming out again this weekend on IMAX.
What? Dune?
Yeah, you should.
I need to see it. Too. Oh, okay. Dang.
Sorry.
I wish the first one would come back
on a big screen. But you know what? I'll watch it at home and then I'll go see Dune 2 on the big screen. I'll do that this week. Maybe I might not.
We gotta.
Might as well.
This says this. It says Amanda loves JB on the sleeve of this. This. I made this T-shirt.
J Smith and JB.
Amber made one too, but I don't know where yours is.
I've got you, little bro. I can handle
It's so ugly. If you look on the video, look at it. It's not.
It's not ugly.
I wouldn't wear it.
No, but you wouldn't wear a piece of art.
Yeah, there's
This is supposed to be framed. We need to get these framed.
Yeah, that's nice. It's nice. When did you make that?
2010, July 30th.
That's nice. I wish I had stuff like that, but I really didn't.
I mean,
until now.
I didn't make things for This is the only time I ever made something for a concert. And then I bought that Call Me By Your Name t-shirt off an Instagram ad in 2017.
I really, the newest thing that I wanted to buy something like that was a Sex and the City shirt. Carrie is so hot.
Her hair is amazing.
That's why I'm growing my hair, and I'm not even kidding with you.
Yes, new icon.
It's unreal.
It's so good. Like, I love her hair, and I love her makeup.
I really like her.
I love her makap.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
It's so like
it's from the 80s. It's when she's a teenager, and it's a dancing movie, and it's fun. I love it.
That is what I know her from.
She's so awesome.
Her makeup is stunning. Like, and she doesn't even wear that much. No, it's just like a little like natural, like
so awesome.
It's just great. I don't like Big. I don't know if this is an unpopular.
Big is
I hate
horrible.
him.
Obviously.
Oh, I thought you meant the movie with.
I don't like that. I don't like that movie either. Tom Hanks.
Did you say Adam Sandler?
Oh,
because I said yes.
Does Adam Sandler play character named Big ever? But yes, I actually used to love that movie, and this guy I went to college with, dad wrote it.
Oh wow. I went to college with the guy whose dad wrote that G-Force movie, that hamster movie.
Oh my god. I know someone whose dad wrote Minions.
Oh.
And it's like, or maybe it was Gru.
Or the original
one.
I haven't seen any of them.
Life with Gru.
Oh, the prequel or something.
I don't know, but it's like they're like billionaires.
I had a job interview at Illumination in like 2021, and I watched all of Despicable Me and Minions or whatever was out at the time, just because I'd never seen it.
I've never seen them still. None of them.
I don't think
cute if you watch them all at once.
I think I saw a movie they were in. Would that be the Minions movie?
Probably. Despicable Me?
Yeah, I saw Despicable Me, I think.
Okay.
Despicable.
I was really anti-Minion all of college.
I love the Minions.
I was anti-Minion all of college because like the Minion was always over the 101, and they were just everywhere all the the whole time I was here, and I was like, I can't. All the girls would dress as Minions for Halloween. I'd be like, can we do something else?
They dress quite revealingly.
Yeah,
like
it's just overalls.
Just overalls and like a little crop. Yeah,
and then
much respect.
A hat and some glasses.
I remember the first time I dressed up for Halloween myself. I was a flight attendant, and I was like, I want to show cleavage, and I was probably in like 8th grade. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well,
do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Well, I'm doing the Fringe Festival the Fringe Festival in Edinburgh.
Oh.
In August. So if there's a single person who will be in Edinburgh in August,
there might be.
There could be.
Comedy fans.
Like, no, I'm just like,
okay.
What
book her on his show, right? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, or like a job or whatever.
Oh,
nice.
Or like something.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Well,
check her out.
You have a podcast.
Oh, right. Thank you. I forgot. I do have a podcast. It's called Too Far. I host it with Robbie Hoffman. It's really different than this.
Yeah. What's your handles?
On Instagram at Rachel.Kaly, on Twitter at Rachel_Kaly, on TikTok, which will not be existing perhaps at this point, at Rachel Kaly. So it's just my name and then figure out the punctuation.
Perfect.
And they'll all be in the description if you don't even know what we just said. So yeah, go follow Rachel. Rate this podcast 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get the podcast.
Rate us 5 stars and leave a review.
Also, we have a Patreon. We do have exclusive things on there.
Like what?
Like a vlog of Amber meeting Tom Holland.
And vlogs of Amanda recapping Doctor Who. Yes, I met Tom Holland.
In 2017.
I went to the Spider-Man premiere because I wanted to meet him.
Oh my
And I got a photo with him and his best friend.
Do people know that that's on the Patreon, or this is the first time you're saying it?
I say it quite frequently. She says it often.
I don't need people to see that. Y'all don't have to watch that. It's actually crazy.
No, you actually do. You have to subscribe to the Patreon to watch it. That's so funny.
Watch it. I edited it, and there are also guest appearances from other people like Jordan Fisher and other folks.
And there's Doctor Who vlogs of me watching it and like literally sobbing into the camera.
Oh my god.
Yes. And a couple bonus episodes.
Yeah, a couple bonus episodes.
Yeah.
And like a couple extended episodes where we shit talk and don't want it to be public.
Right.
So, all of that. I'm Amanda at Amanda Lane Miller, LAYNE.
I'm Amber Miller at Amber L. Miller.
Fangirl.central everywhere or figure it out.
Yes.
And as always,
keep it chaotic.